But to be honest, through therapy, just learning how to balance my life. Actually, I got a tattoo of balance right here, just to remind myself of balance for myself. Like, I cannot take on the world, and it's hard sometimes, just especially being a mom and trying to do it all. So I would say that working out has become, like, I won't give that up.
Yeah.
Like, I won't. Like, it's just my thing that I put in there. Even if it's 20 minutes, just moving my body a little bit. But I would say coffee is really important to me. So I will take that coffee in the morning and I'll get ready. And I will just be like, don't come up here, don't talk to me in my voice. I'm upstairs, so I'm just like, leave me alone. So I'll just drink my coffee and just kind of like think about what I'm going to do, how I'm going to teach people today, what routine I'm going to do. I'm a big thinker, so I always have that in my head. Like, what am I going to do today? How am I going to kick their butts today? Oh, I like that. Like, that's pretty good. And I'm just drinking my coffee. So, yeah, that's just my quiet time in the morning. My mornings are pretty crazy, but I drive around in the car a lot also. So, I'm from one studio to the other, back and forth, all over. So I would say the time in the car is kind of like my alone time. It's like, I turn on music, I listen to it, and I just kind of like zone out of like, all right, we got this. Like, we're gonna do this today.
I love that. No, that's really, really helpful. So if I'm hearing you correctly, what you're saying is, first of all, you set a rule.
I did. I had a space. Yes.
And then within that space, you allow yourself to be who you are, which is very cerebral, and to walk through your day. And then outside of the home, you actually are intentional about the time that you do have alone. It's for your business. You're traveling between locations, but you use that time to reset and restore.
Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. What about you?
Yeah, you thinking a lot about, I think it's kind of similar in the sense that it's just like whatever those gaps I can find and just downtime, right? And it's
Let me pause you real quick, sorry. Can y'all hear him? He's going to say some nuggets. Y'all can hear him?
Finding time in the car to where that's the only time you're kind of alone and I can't be in front of a computer. So like I'm on the computer doing all the back end stuff, all the work stuff, and it's too much all the time. So if I'm not sleeping, I'm probably in front of my computer. So if I'm in the car, I can actually have some space to, reflect and not spin myself into man.
Okay, so what I'm learning is I need to be more intentional about how I use my car. My car is now the new office for reset and rest.
Wherever you can find it.
I love that. Okay, so next question is, many women believe they'll take care of themselves when things slow down. In your experience, what does waiting actually cost us?
Time, precious time. Like, honestly, I'm the first to be guilty of waiting and putting myself last through this, but it's like, I don't know, I'm about to be 45, so it's like, I turned 40 and I kind of had this weird, like, when I turned 40, just like, man, like, I've been waiting for a lot of stuff. Like, it's time to, like, stop waiting. Like, just do it. You talk yourself out of it constantly. You always have guilt constantly. So I think I just finally was like, I don't care what people think. I don't care if I'm not everything. I don't care if I don't show up exactly when people want to show up. I just think you have to put yourself first eventually.
It's hard. Amanda, if you feel comfortable with it, would you mind giving us a few examples of when you turned 40, what you realized you had been waiting on and what you decided to move forward with?
So when I turned 40, I went to my studio. So I've been doing Pilates for a long time, and I started in the park, and it was hard. I had a partner before that kind of stripped everything from me, and so I had at 40, like I was like, I don't see myself at 40 starting over. Like that's when I'm supposed to be like on my way to retirement, like ending. So I think at 40, like starting Cliff Pilates by myself, like as a woman, not having a partner or It was a big growing moment. It was like the first moment I feel like, you know, I've had kids, I was proud of that, but like I felt proud of myself. Like I was like, I did this. I did this by myself. I mean, obviously I have so many friends and family that helped me, but I was like, oh my gosh, how many, like 40? It feels like such a weird number for me. Like, and I started Cliff Pilates in a new career, and I did it all starting at 40, and that was like the moment I feel like my mind just started changing. Was like, okay, well that's just an age. Like I'm just gonna keep going. Like I don't care. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep working at it. So
Thank you for your honesty on that. Kiel, what about you? What have you seen that it's causing us to wait?
Well, I love this conversation, and we actually were just talking about it last night with my friend's son-in-law. But like the idea of, okay, as soon as I have enough money, I'll start that business that I have. And I love this like entrepreneur group because it's like this energy that we've kind of been, you know, hustlers, chasing money, chasing small businesses for our entire lives. And I think our kind of instilled in us from our parents. We never made a lot of money in any endeavor, but we've kind of had a thing that's ours, and we've been able to chase it with like naive optimism, and sometimes naive pessimism, but like at the same time, we're just like, they just chase it. And I think the man and I have this conversation all the time. We're just like, God, we're in our mid-40s and we're not ready to like settle and live on the beach for the rest of our lives. But I try to remind myself that it's like, this is it. This is our life. This is the journey, and it's enjoying the moment and building this and continuing to build this and making it part of our like creative endeavor is more important than like when do we get to stop? Because I don't know that I want to stop, but we would stop. I mean, maybe we'll be in some other realm, but this is kind of like in our blood to just kind of keep grinding and keep making stuff. At least something we're proud of. We're not doing it for somebody else. And that's kind of my motivation, my inspiration.
It's really well said. I think, you know, when I'm listening to the two of you talk about this, waiting, you know, it does cost us in terms of our time, but I think for me, I'm a recovering perfectionist, and so I was procrastinating because I wanted things to be perfect. But now running my firm, I understand I can't wait until I have all the money in the bank to hire. I have to get help now because that's actually how you scale, and it's scary. But it's also important to know you can enjoy the journey and not just the destination. And I really appreciate you saying that. If you can find a way to have fun along the way versus I'm going to feel better or I'm going to feel good about myself or proud just when I get to my destination and I hit that goal, the goals move, you know, and they much. Sometimes we move them, but sometimes life or the universe or other people move them, and if you're only going to have satisfaction or a sense of fulfillment when you hit that goal, it's going to be fleeting. And so I really appreciate you saying that. You really need to enjoy the journey as well as the destination.
And I mean, it really, if we waited, we wouldn't have the second or third location. Like, I mean, the third location, I wanted to wait. I was like, we have no money, we cannot do this. But it was like, one of those things where it just thrown in our face. It was a location where we always wanted to be at. It went very, not so smoothly always, but like, it just felt like we should be there. But I wanted to wait. I wanted to wait so bad because I was like, we can't do this. We cannot take this on. There's no way we financially don't have this. Like, what are we gonna do? I don't have the staff. Like, I don't have any of this. I was like, no, we're waiting. And Kyle was like, we can do this. Oh God, no, we can't. But
That's the naive optimism.
So tell me a little bit more about that. What was the turning point when you were having a discussion? You wanted to wait, but there was this feeling like you belong there. How did you balance that and come to the decision to move forward? What was that tension like?
well, I'm also a perfectionist. I want everything to like be in line. Opening the second studio was so hard, and I was like, I'm good. And I'm dealing with like hiring and all that stuff. But I loved that location. I had the love. I had people that, it was just like people coming out of the woodwork. It's like, I want to work for you. I want to be here. And I was like, wow, this is so inspiring. Like, I should do this. And I don't know. I guess at the moment, thought like, oh yeah, we can do this. But like my heart was like thinking like, I'm so deathly scared to do this. So, and he was very positive, like, we got this. Have we struggled? Absolutely. Like, have I cried in my pillow? Absolutely. But I believe so much in it, and I believe so much in the trainers that I have and what we're creating, that I was like, you know what? Positive energy, good karma, like, this can happen. So I just kept saying that over and over, even though I wanted to wait. I wanted to be like very perfectionist. I didn't want to do it, but we just did it. Yeah.
So I feel like when you're running your own business, there's a surface level feeling and knowing that you have, like, this is what this feels like, it looks like, but there's a deeper knowing that maybe you tap into. And I think what I'm hearing here is you can feel the fear and still move forward. And it doesn't mean that when you're brave and courageous that everything's going to be laid out for you and that there's no bumps in the road, but what it does mean is you have the strength and the resilience to get through it. Another thing that I'm picking up on here is it's super important that you pick a good partner in life and in business, because they can make or break your success. And so even when you had a moment where something was really hard, you had someone on your team saying, we can do this.
Yeah.
So kudos
Yes.
to the partnership.
Yeah, that was great.
I'm a good scapegoat. Things are
Yeah.
Love that.
It is. You have to have someone that lifts you up. You know, partners. Our two best friends are here, Amanda and Tony. They have. They have every studio I've been at. I have unboxed everything. I've carried every machine. I put it together. I've done the wallpaper. I've painted. They have helped us with every performer. So it's just who you surround yourself with. People that believe in you, good friends, and have your back. Whether it's a partner or friends, I think it's just who you surround yourself around that believe in you. So I'm very big into that.
Love that. So we've got a couple more questions. I want to just get a quick time check from my crew as I go into the last couple of questions here. And we may or may not have time for Q&A, but
We're good.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying this conversation. So if everyone in this room committed to just one new habit tomorrow morning, what would you recommend that would have the biggest impact on how they feel over the next year?
The one good habit I would say is like my one habit is don't tell yourself no. Like, give yourself, believe in yourself more. You have more in you than you think you have. And the world tries to tear you down a little bit. It's exhausting sometimes, especially as a woman. I've felt the door slammed in my face. I've not been big enough. I've not had enough money for a second location. I've had men tell me I'm a woman, so I can't have that second location. So in my mind, it's like, don't let anybody tell you that you're not worth it or that you're not good enough. So don't hear the word no. Just keep going.
Yeah, I would piggyback that and say, just do it, right? Especially in the space of you starting your own business, you have this idea. I think we live in this world, especially with AI, where ideas are endless. But people that actually put their money where their mouth is and just make it, make it and fail, and move on, keep doing it. I think it's much easier to keep just make the thing you've been thinking of than it is to just keep thinking about it, waiting for it to be perfect before you actually release it. That's kind of my motivation. That's what we were saying before, right? I'll jump off the cliff and figure out the parachute on the way down.
Yes, build our airplane right now.
And we're going to look into the picture. I'm like, goodbye, let me know about parachute.
Love it. Okay, so we've spent the last 4 days talking about investing in businesses, relationships, and opportunities. What's one investment every woman should make in herself, regardless of where she is in life or business? What's that one investment she should make?
The one investment is probably just, I don't know, it goes back to the same thing, take time for yourself. Put yourself first, that's a big investment. Like, we are our own investments, and I think it's so easy in this world that we live in just to think of everything else that's more important. So I think yourself is your investment. Like, believe in yourself, and I'm the worst person to say that because I've struggled with that same thing, but best investment is just believe in yourself. Put yourself first.
I would say not Bitcoin.
No crypto. No.
I mean, I think investing in your creativity and your passion, like investing in just doing the thing that you want to do, whether that's a side hustle or whether that's like within your own workspace, and you just want to work for a company and make something cool for them, or just like, keep creating, keep making cool stuff, and be passionate about it.
So you spoke about community a moment ago. How did you all go about intentionally building community? Because I think some people, at least maybe it's just kind of American propaganda, we're taught that you have to pull yourself up by your own bootstraps, you got to do things alone, you have to be strong on your own. But when you have friends who show up for you, family, how did y'all cultivate that and normalize it for yourselves as entrepreneurs?
I think just this, like reaching out, being a part of stuff, being something, a part of something bigger, meeting people, meeting connections, supporting each other, like being there for strangers. I mean, I meet so many people throughout the day, and it's just like everything is a connection, and everything's a smaller world than you think it is. And community was always important to me because I feel like when I used to go work out at Pilates, when I first worked here, it was like everyone was running in, everyone was running out. No one was really talking to each other. And I wanted to create a community where people could come in all shapes and sizes, all ethnicities. I wanted to be best friends. I wanted to drink after if people were down for it. I just wanted a safe place where community was important to me. Like, we exchanged numbers because you do this, now I'm buying a house from you. You're helping me with my taxes now you're doing, like, we're all doing something to support each other, and that is a community. It is just making friendships, hearing people, listening to people. We're all so talented, we all have something to give, so I think community was just always important to me. I didn't want people to come in, I wanted to talk. I wanted us all to stay and be friends and exchange numbers and help each other out. It was just, I was very passionate of mine. So it wasn't just about the workout, it was about kind of everything. It's like the workout and after the workout.
Yeah, I think the community kind of developed naturally because of our relationships with people in the neighborhood. I think Bishop Arts is great, like small business community. I think Lord Greenville's like that. It's just like getting to know people. These kind of events are great because it all walks of life, and I think we do a lot of just connection out of doing that. One of the things we did from the very beginning was we tried to become friendly with every business owner in the neighborhood and share the love. We're like, let me buy a gift card from you, we're going to give that to our staff. Instead of asking everybody for free stuff, we were just like, hey, let's buy something. And we weren't asking anything in return, we're just like, this is our favorite taco joint, this is our favorite coffee shop, and let's just make sure that they know that we care about them, and hopefully the love will come back to us. It just kind of naturally evolved. And we do say, like, to Amanda's point about like inclusivity, we try to sort of like the anti-Pilates people. Like, we want to be inclusive, and we don't want to be the same, like kind of the stuffy, bougie place that's in uptown that makes everybody feel insecure. We want to be like a place for everybody, and it's worked out that way.
And we're very big into small businesses. Like, we do pop-ups all the time in our studios. We want to partner with people. We just want to spread the love and, be a part of everybody's, whatever they create. We just want to bring it in because we all just have something to share. So I think it's very important.
So speaking of community and partnership and spreading the love, tell everyone here now who is your community, where they can find you, how we can follow you on social media, how we can share, and sign up for classes. Tell us all about that.
You're more social. I'm in-house.
We've got 3 Dallas locations. We've got one in Bishop Arts, we've got one in Uptown Dallas, and we've got one in Lower Greenville. So we got 3 for 25 special. That's the best way to come try our studio. In fact, we've got a few different intro specials, and if you use the discount code of her, you'll get
Yes, we know
$10
better, yes.
So yeah, it's our level, our barrier to entry is really easy, right? We want to get people in the doors. We get 500 new bodies to come to the studio every month, and so we just want to see bodies and seats and see have people experience Pilates and kind of get the bug, and hopefully over time they'll kind of grow with that. But we're easy to find. We're on all the platforms.
All the platforms as Cliff Pilates.
As Cliff Pilates. Yeah.
Cliff Pilates, Instagram, and all that.
Well, this has been absolutely amazing. Thank you both for your vulnerability and your honesty. And I hope you all got a lot out of this, but we have a Q&A.
All right.
Now, which means it's about to happen.
I have to ask this question because you all started, Amanda, when I talked to you earlier, you were doing Pilates in a park, right? And now you were to 3 locations and an incredible team. We're an organization all about growth, and so I'd love to ask both of you all, how do you know when it's time to grow and expand, or is this something you're still exploring with? And then do y'all still have fun date night?
This is our. We have a 60-year-old that's in club hockey. We have a 13-year-old in club soccer. So those are our date nights. One day we'll understand. If you do one again. We did. No, we tried.
The start in the park is one of my favorite stories, and I'll tell it quickly. But Amanda started teaching in the park because she trained. She actually learned with Amanda over here.
We're best friends in our
teaching Pilates when we moved to Dallas 14 years ago, and then or 12 years ago, 100 years ago. And she started teaching Pilates. It was kind of her second passion in life, and then teaching in the park, doing privates at our house. And then
my reformer
we
was
had to live in
in
an
our
apartment for
dining
like 6 months, and we moved the reformer instead of the dining table, just so she could keep doing that. And then we kind of went through the motions with a partner to try to start a studio, and things kind of fell apart. We sat at lunch one day and had this bad conversation with him about how we didn't want to include us as a partner. And we literally rode away on a little moped, and we were like, look, we're doing this ourselves. And we put performers, this was like May, like 14th or 15th, we went and found a place to lease. We put a bunch of reformers on credit cards, and they were delivered. And we had our first class like 2 weeks later. So yeah, we just jumped off the cliff.
Yeah. It was a cute little boutique studio. That's where I thought I'd stay. And I was fine staying there, honestly. I taught, every single class. I had 2 trainers at the time, and I was fine with that. And then just kept growing. The community kept growing and growing, and it was just so awesome. I still thought I would stay there. That little studio, the wall fell down in a storm. And this is actually a funny story. I kind of don't remember this. I think I blacked it out. But the wall fell down and the power went out, and the landlord was somewhere in Costa Rica, who knows? But he didn't want to help, so we went and got generators from Home Depot, and we put them there so we could do our own electricity and our own air conditioning. We had to fill them with gas every 2 hours, so that was like 2 a.m., 4 a.m., we would go up there and fill this so we could still have classes. So it was like those things you remember of like what you did, and then the wall still was not fixed. So I went and we met a guy who was like, hey, we have a spot down the street. And I was like, okay, we'll look into that. I was like, oh, it's double the rent. Like, I don't know if I can do this. We did it. It was great. And then I hired more trainers to help me out because I could not teach like all the time. So, and then it just kept going, and the love kept going. I was there every day. I sweat, I bled, I cried, all that stuff. So, and then one day I was like, we're busy here. Like, what about a second location? And that was just a thought. I never really thought it would happen. I was fine also with just one location. I loved everything about that. And we had to look for a year and a half. There was 10 locations. That was when like door slam. I was female, I didn't make enough money, I was in corporate, I got outbid by everybody. So it was just like, you know what? This is higher power telling me that you stay one. Like, this is not meant to be, and I was okay with that. Then one day, there was a spot, and they were like, hey, this is available. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, we'll do it. But we had to like, gut it, do everything, and it was so scary. Like, and it worked, and we just kept doing it. And then I hired more people. So I was like, I'm 15 trainers now at this point, and it's, you go so much that you forget. Like, reaching 5 years is like, oh shoot, I just opened 5 studios in 5 years. What happened? Like,
that is amazing. And
but it was not easy. Like, there were so many things, but I just kept going. I was like, we'll figure it out, or we won't, and live in one of the studios in some other house. I don't know. Yeah, I had to take out, like refinance my house to take out loans, and never took a dime from anyone. I'm all about investment. If you find someone that believes in you and wants to give you that money, that's great. But I had such a bad partner. I just was like, I am not taking a penny from you. If I can't do it myself, I'm not going to do it at all. I'm fine where I'm at. I've always just been fine where I'm at, but it just kept growing, and I'm good with freedom. I'm good.
I'm good. Johnny to visit those 3.
Yes,
So.
but yeah, it is. Some days I think, wow, you were at a park, and that's where it started. And I taught all those classes, and I did privates, and I can't believe where I'm at. But yeah, I did.
You can. You just crossed the 5-year threshold, right?
Yes, so it's June.
Yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations on that. Well, y'all, please give me So everybody should be taking a Pilates class. That's what I'm hearing y'all say.
Yes.
Okay. This is not your community.
Yes.
Go see them.
Thank you.
Appreciate you all.
If you have any questions for me after, I'm so happy to answer them too.
Oh,
Yes.
all right, so we're about to take a 10-minute break before we have our